Hi, everybody. This is John Wick with Arizona Real Estate Notebook, and I just updated the monthly graph and the weekly graph. So here's the monthly graph up here. If we can scroll down and look at that, what's happened here. You can get some more data by logging over there. If you want to look at the just that line, well, this is interesting here on the. You can make it stand out. And let's go down to the graph below. It includes new listings, and that's a big part of the story right now. Is new listings. One of the biggest stories right now is the inventory for sale, the amount of homes for sale. And that's partly because of homes hitting the market. This line here is new listings. And they've been going up super high here. Let's look at a different way, which shows a horizontal line. Okay, and here it is with the horizontal line. You can see that the hasn't been this high as far as the number. This is actually last month. That's July. This is it hasn't been this high since what is that, 2011? Yeah, actually that was June. July came down a little bit. So the number of homes that are hitting the market, the new listings, is been as high as it's been in 10 years, but it's coming down a little bit, and that trend will probably continue. The other major thing is sales, the number of sales. You can get a good feel here of what's happened to the market, see how seasonal it is. And one thing that happened in 2020 is, way down because of COVID, but then it bounced back in the summer, and it didn't fade in the fall. But then again, interest rates have been declining super strong for a long time, so that was part of it. But kind of the same thing happened last year. Kind of normally kind of sales in the spring, even though prices were skyrocketing. But they didn't fall in the fall. And this time it was because of investor demand really took off then. In the previous year in the fall, it was because there was falling interest rates for so long. But right now you can see this is the real story that the inventory, the number of homes for sale, in this case, it's a single family detached homes going straight up. Now, this is monthly data. I can look at recent weeks. We know it's going to start leveling off quickly, but nevertheless, for August, it was really straight up. And here's a version of that with a horizontal line. So you can see it's been since 2019 since the number of homes for sale has been this high. It's interesting. It's kind of straight up like, kind of went straight up like this in 2005, but I can already see that it's starting to level off quickly now. So we're not in 2005 as far as this goes. But we are getting prices to fall. This is inflation adjusted prices, and it's coming down really steeply from May to July. The big question is, how long is it going to go down like that? And here's another way to look at the inventory. This is the red line is just this current year. And you can see it was going up super fast and is kind of slowing down. But you can also see that during most years, like this is green line is 2019, that it goes up in the fall. So I imagine it's going to continue going up. And the fact that it's gone up so steeply during the summer suggests it might go up more than normal in my mind in the fall. So we're going to have a lot of supply. And this number is actually almost what it was for that week in 2015. So we got a lot of homes for sale. Okay, let's switch to Twitter. Here's some things from Twitter. You can find out who got PPP loans. A lot of people got PPP were real estate agents and real estate companies. So it's interesting. You can put in the way I describe it here. You put it in real estate with quotes and then the zip code, and you can get the find out whoever got PPP loans. And this is Nick Bastian is a real estate agent in Tempe, specializes in Tempe, but has the whole Southeast Valley. And he said that an agent here in Tempe sold more than 125 million dollars in 2020 and took almost 100,000 PPP loan that was forgiven. Whoa. I guess that kind of explains inflation to a degree. There was so much easy money out there for people. This is with John Burns Real Estate Consulting. They specialize in advising new home builders, but he's saying that their review. This is just their review of agents, saying that 4 to 5 agents think that resale house prices are flat or falling. Just the whole expectations of prices is becoming more negative. There's not many optimists left. Here's Lance Lambert from Fortune magazine, and he breaks it into people who are optimistic. U.S. house prices continue to rise. These groups think that. And there's Here are ones that I think that'll fall. And this group is becoming bigger and bigger as time goes on, and we see more and more declines. So it's easier to be negative if you see more months of falling home prices. This is a real big mystery for the Phoenix market is the rents have gone skyrocketed. And now we're starting to get a lot of evictions as well. So I don't quite get it. I imagine because of the foreclosure or the eviction moratorium that that could have been one of the reasons for prices going, rents going so high. But I don't got a complete line on it. If you got ideas, send me an email or leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your ideas. Here's Moody's, which is they were usually, God, just 6 months ago they were pretty optimistic. Now they're a lot less so, and they're saying significantly overvalued housing markets to fall 10 to 20, 10 to 15% if there's no recession, and that would be Phoenix would fall into that for sure. If there is a recession, significantly overvalued markets to fall 15 to 20%. That's kind of reasonable. At least that's the way I feel today. I'm sorry to say. And there's another one on new home. The new home sales have declined 12%, and that's even though prices are like $200,000 more than they were 2 years ago. But they're not going to like build enough to drive down prices. That wouldn't make any economic sense. And here's another one from Lance Lambert at Fortune. You can click on it, you can see the whole graph. The graph is cut off here, but it shows that a record number of home housing units are under construction. That includes single family and apartments. And here's a professor I follow. He's in New York, but he said in this interview, this might be almost the worst time you could buy. Yikes. Okay, now let's get to my weekly updated graphs. I just updated these, and you can see what's going on here. It's like the number of homes for sale is like what it was in late 2018, early 2019, except prices are $200,000 more than they were then. Can the market support that? Another really interesting thing here is showing how sensitive it is. You can see that the number of the homes hitting the market, the newly listed homes for sale, just goes up a little bit here, and you see the sold home goes down a little bit there, but it has this huge impact on the number for sale. That's because the supply of homes is essentially fixed. So small changes in things like the number of homes hitting the market or the number of sales has a huge impact on the number of homes for sale and then the prices. Here's another way to look at what I was talking about before. This is the newly listed homes for sale. This is this year compared to last year. Here again, this is where I break out the new list for sale and the sold, how you can just get a little bit more. Let me go down to get the whole graph in here. So you get a little bit more sales and a little bit fewer solds, and you get this huge spike in the number of homes for sale. Real estate isn't like anything else because supply is essentially fixed in the short term and pretty much in the medium term.